Hi Sharon, hi Samara, hi Joshua, hi Jaiden. Hi, I'm so happy to see all of you in one frame. It's like we are family kind of a very cute picture.
Yes.
So now let's start with the interview. Huh? This is, as you all know, this is Mother's Day special series we are doing. Huh? Uh, so first, I want one of you to introduce Sharon.
So, uh, her name is Sharon Ann D'Souza. Her full name is Sharon Ann D'Souza. Recently, she's become a life coach and emotional intelligence specialist. She sacrificed a lot for the last 2 years so that she can get this degree, and now she's a professional.
How do you feel about it?
Very proud.
Very proud. Sharon,
Thank
will
you.
you introduce all three of them? Sharon,
Yes, I'll
will you?
introduce them.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Sure. So this is Joshua. Joshua is my eldest. He's currently got admission for the 11th standard, the ISC, and he's opted to study humanities. So humanities, right now he's not decided on the particular area that he wants to specialize in, but he feels the study of, humanities, which includes sociology, economics, and political science and psychology, is very interesting, and he feels there's a lot that can be done over there. And I am so happy because he has the guts to be different, to explore, and to actually follow what he is interested in. In spite of all the pressures which are around the world. So I'm very proud of him. He's a very sensitive boy. He is literally a sounding board for me. My sunshine baby, basically. Now here is my moonbeam, Samara. She's literally that light which appears when things seem to be not so good. So she's a major source of strength. She's gone to the ninth standard now, but she's still my little baby in so many ways. Okay, although she does not agree with that aspect of being my little baby. So she likes to do things differently, and she's very passionate about music. She's learning the drums. She's learned to play the keyboards earlier, and she's taught herself the guitar. Samara doesn't like to sit without doing things. So she is constantly, doing some courses, picking up stuff here, learning there, constantly doing things. She puts on the pressures on herself basically. She wants to achieve, she wants to do so much more. So that is, she's very different in that way. And we constantly have a lot of takkar happening. But there is a lot that inspires me because in her I see a little bit of me of what I was.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
And this is my baby of the family. That's Jaden. He is 12, but he'll always be, I think, the baby of the family. Jaden has now got to the seventh standard. He's also extremely sensitive, very creative. He likes doing a whole lot of things. He's so when he was growing up, he used to always say he's an old soul because he would be able to understand and be very mature in the way he would relate to things, relate to people, and interpret things. And it's a different this thing altogether. So we would have very fascinating conversations, and with the three of them, I have to date the most interesting and fascinating conversations. And Joshua just mentioned that. I have recently finished my second master's degree, and every single day after coming back from college, and they would come back from school, and we would discuss whatever I had learned that day. So I think the joy of learning was multiplied, not just double multiplied three times over, with all the three of them, because we're sharing so much and we're learning so much. And I think as I progressed in that journey of becoming more emotionally intelligent, my children also have progressed in that journey. So I am blessed to have these three children: my sunshine, my moonbeam, and my stardust.
How sweet of you, Sharon. I have seen you being so much involved with the kids in the family. It's like at one point I was like little scared, worried, like is she going to be the same forever or like what Sharon we had seen our college days was completely a different, full of leadership Wali Sharon. And then for some years what you were quite engrossed in family with kids. And when you actually decided to do this course of emotional intelligence and being a relationship coach, I can't tell you how happy I was for you. And I'm still, we all of us are very proud of you. Now, I want to know, children, since mom has described you so well, I want you all to describe your mom. How is she?
Okay. Um. So
She's very hardworking. She sacrifices a lot, and she puts when she puts her mind into something, she will not stop until she gets it.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
And
Jaden?
everyone is talking to
Huh,
her.
Samara?
So
Sorry, can
everyone is
you be a little louder?
louder.
Loud.
Everyone is comfortable talking to her also.
Yeah, he makes us comfortable. Very true.
Samara wonders because sometimes her friends are more comfortable talking to me.
Yeah.
So they keep chatting with me on WhatsApp. Hi, auntie. We like your status. Hi, auntie. This. Hi, auntie.
Oh,
That.
do you like that, Samara? You like that?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, sometimes no. Okay. Oh, I can understand. Yes. Jaden, you were saying something about mom.
yeah, I was going to say she's a very good listener. She can solve problems easily. Uh, like if you ask her something, she'll be able to. Like if you have a problem related to emotions, she can easily solve it.
You're getting emotional.
Yeah.
He's getting emotional. Oh.
Okay, now let's just tell me, Jaden, Josh, and Samara. Okay, these are very interesting points of what you have shared about her. But there must be so many areas when you must be arguing with her. There must be areas of conflict, right? Issues of conflict. You can share that also with me if you wish to.
Because we're three of us, and when we're fighting, if mother supports one of them, then the other two get angry.
And she always supports you, Samara. Does she always supports you?
Most
Yeah.
of the time.
Oh, she
Most of
Mama.
Mama ways which is the most let's see appropriate argument, and
Uh-huh.
I veer towards that side. It is not the person, it's the argument. It
Okay.
is a value involved in it.
Very objective, no subjectivity.
So
Okay.
when ask Joshua, he will tell you when one gets fired, all three get fired.
Yeah.
सबको समान न्याय. Okay. I want to ask all three of them on the scale of 1 to 10. What do you think how protective your mom is with you?
100 on
And 100 of 10. Samara, what do you think? How
No,
much?
9 or 10.
9 on
9
10.
on 10.
Okay. Jadin?
I go for 110. 100 on 10.
Like, why do you feel so? Why is that 100 out of 10?
Seem very protective.
Yeah.
Can you give me example without getting emotional? Tell me,
Why is it 100 out of 10? In what way am I so protective?
is it good or not good?
It is
Being
good.
it is good. Okay, okay. Then it's okay. It's that you are not liking it. Being beyond 10 is not good. Yeah.
So interestingly, when they were younger, when they were small, and there would be times that I got angry with any one of them. In fact, I remember when they were quite small, and I got angry with Samara on something that happened, and I shouted at her. After it was all over, and I moved out of the room, I was very clear why I was scolding her. Then Joshua, who was just, I think she must have been maybe 4 years old, and Joshua must have been 6 years old. But Joshua actually sat with her and explained to her, Mama is shouting because she loves us. If she did not
Oh,
love us, she would not be shouting. So remember that. And that really, that really made a big difference to me. I said, okay, wow,
so you
I'm
are
doing something
trying
right
to
over
shout
here.
and then Jane is so surprised.
But
That's very
having a
funny.
6 year old explain that to a 4 year old, I
No,
felt that, I mean, great. So he's really, I mean, mature beyond his years for him to have
that's
understood that aspect.
I think that's because you have such a tight communication with them, and you have always explained everything to them in such a beautiful way. That's the result of it. Like it's called sanskar, values.
Yes,
है ना?
absolutely,
Very,
absolutely.
very true. I want to know all three of you. Uh, you have seen, you have heard about your mom's youth days, college days. She did her post graduation in social work. She did the MSW. She was working in the field of child rights, and she was working for the street children and youth. And then, post her marriage, post her children, she shifted her entire focus on the family. What do you think? What all she compromised, sacrificed for the family? Like how has she balanced her career and home in those days?
When my
Balance.
mother was taking all these courses and all, and she was learning emotional intelligence, she would come back from her college and then she would pack a tiffin and go to give it to my dad and then come to pick us up.
Juggling everything.
Yeah. So what do you think? How well has she balanced her family and career? I'm not talking about these 2 3 years before that. Let's put it in two different parts.
So I think they have actually not really seen me because I took a break from active work before Joshua was born.
Yeah.
So I have not been working actively in those initial years.
Yes. Yes.
So I took up part-time work, freelancing, which I would do while they were at school, so that when they were at home, I could give them my 100%. So that no point in time that they need to feel that mama doesn't have time for us now, whether it is just playing with them, whether it is helping them with their lessons, or baking, or generally having fun, so when they were around, I was with them 100%. And whatever freelancing work that I did do, whether it is the UGC project that we did, I did with Yamini and the team, or any of the other things that I have done for other NGOs, the freelancing, I have done it on my own time after I finished with all household responsibilities and when the children are in schools, so that at no point in time will I compromise on that. their time with my time with them rather.
Yeah. Why you always feel that this should be your priority and not your career in those days? What was
Um,
how you used to tell yourself?
No, I was very clear way before I even, I think, got married and had children. Way before that, I was very clear that when I have kids, my kids would be my first priority because I know how important it is to give them that good foundation. Later on, saying things and doing things is not the same as being there when they really need you most. And when they really need you most is those initial years when they cannot really do things for themselves. Now they're totally capable, you know, and it is because of those years that I put in. So I have seen that with my own mother. She put everything on hold for me and my brother. Even my mother-in-law has done that in bringing up her children. So when you have, you know, your elders who have done that and who have done that successfully, when you see the way our generation has turned out, it's because our parents invested that time in us, especially our mothers. So I don't think it was such a difficult choice because I was very clear. I love what I was doing. Definitely, that is my passion. But my family and my children were always my priority when they came onto the scene. So
Yeah.
there was never any question about that.
Very true. But at the same time, Sharon, those were the days when all your friends and colleagues were uh, doing well in their profession. So how did you in those days convince yourself, or how was your mental state in those days? Like I'm sure, like every time it's not easy to feel happy, feel good about whatever compromises you do. So sometimes you also feel little low, little am I lagging behind kind of thing. But then how do you I want you to tell other moms of the generation that how should they look at it?
Okay, see, one thing that I definitely felt bad about was giving up my PhD. I
Yeah.
started off on that and I had to, you know, give it up. And it was actually a rare thing to happen because it was a fully funded, full scholarship PhD from a UK university. And it was a choice that I had to make. But the way I looked at it was there will always be opportunities to work on those things in the future, whether it was a career, whether it is a PhD, whether it is, you know, further studies. But your family needs you now, whether it
And
is
no
your
one can
spouse,
replace
your
you there.
marriage. Sorry?
No one can replace you there.
Exactly. So whether it is, you know, your marriage and your spouse, at that time that was a choice, and I chose my marriage and my spouse. I chose that no, this is more precious for me. And when my children came, literally I thought first that, you know, okay, after my first baby is born, I'll wait for a couple of years and then go back to work. And before the couple of years were over, my second baby came. And then I had my hands full, and then my third baby came. And then I told myself, okay, now this is where I need to be. All that I have learned, okay, all the training, all the not just the academics, but all that I have learned in the field also. If I cannot use it first with my children, what use is that learning? You know, and I realized also that while dealing with my children, I was also reaching out in a way, without intention, to all their friends. So
Hmm.
my
Hmm.
house during vacations used to be literally like my clubhouse. I had children from everywhere, you know, because my kids had friends from the, you know, buildings all around. And the moment I would bake something while it is still in the oven, my little fellow would go around telling everyone, "My mom has baked cookies. Come, come, come." 10 minutes out of the oven, all cookies over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm baking it for 1 week, but it's over within 10 minutes. But the joy of it, you know, seeing that there are so many, like 40, 50 children, you know, coming, rushing into your house and enjoying whatever you made. That's good. That is so fulfilling. So, so I think with
Those,
my children, I have learned a lot.
yeah.
A lot.
Gone those days, no?
Yes.
Those days are gone. Now, now, now you did your like how you thought of doing this additional second post graduation, and how was that entire? Mm.
Okay.
And now, how do
Any,
you?
yeah, any of y'all would like to say anything about the conversations we had prior to that?
Yeah,
So,
you were saying
I,
something. Just
you were
saying
saying
something.
something?
No.
So prior to even starting off, I was having conversations for about a couple of years with the children that, now we are older and Mama would like to get back to working, would like to do something more because they were getting independent. And that's when I went back to Linda Niketan. I thought of doing my um, net. And so I started looking through the material, but in these past years, 20 years, so much has changed. And I realized I couldn't really sit and study all those laws and policies and everything pertaining to 24 subjects plus, all over again. It is not possible. So, but we were continuously discussing this possibility of me getting back to work. And I was very clear with them because the children kept asking me, "Ki, um, you're going to go back to work, and then what's going to happen?" That slight sense of insecurity was there because, okay, mama's going to be out working, and then, who will pick us up? Who will do this, that, whatever? And I told them very clearly, whatever I choose to do, you will always be priority. So I was very clear about that. And also, they realized that they would have to adjust and adapt, which is, I think, very important.
Do
But
they? Do
they were,
can I stop
yeah,
you here?
yeah,
I
sure.
want to ask them like how did they adjust it to that? Any one of you?
We kind of wanted our mother to go back to work.
Yes.
And because we are now teenagers, that's why we wanted our time also.
And it's important.
Louder.
Little louder, yeah.
We wanted our mother to go back to work, and now that we are teenagers, we wanted our time without our mother over us over there.
I like that. They
Yeah.
didn't want to add anything.
Also, she's given up most of her life and dedicated it all for us so that we become good, great people in the future. But then her own dreams were there, which she had to sacrifice and all. So it's important that she also gets to do what she loves to do.
So how are you feeling now since she has done this her second post graduation and she is a life coach now? So how do you feel about this?
I'm very proud. And now she's living her dream,
Yeah,
what she's been working for the last 2 years, and she's finally got it.
Jaden.
Um, I I feel proud of her, and mainly I'm happy that she's able to help other people with the job she has.
Yeah. And you know what? Whenever I think of you all four, like your family, I always remember Sharon's that center table in the kitchen where you all work together. Like how she has taught all of you to be together working in the kitchen. It's not like she will be working in the kitchen and you will be only enjoying the food. So whenever we have seen all the pictures, it's like all of you are there working along with her. And that's the amazing value that I think, Sharon, you have put in their life. So very, very happy and proud to you. Now, I think there is some network problem.